I'm Steve Garrett, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about this concept of the rules of engagement, or Robert's Rules of Order. And the thing that makes this whole set of rules function is the idea of making a motion. In fact, we'll talk about other things, but the reality is that the central issue here is the main motion. That's the central essence of the rules of engagement. The whole idea of making a motion starts when the member is recognized. Now, in formal things like the Congress or the Parliament, or somebody stands to be recognized. I stand. The chair recognizes the member. You stand to be recognized. In less formal things like a board of directors meeting of a small organization, you don't necessarily have to stand, but you do need to be recognized before you start. The chair has the power of recognition, so you can wave your hands, So the member then states their purpose for rising, for getting attention, for having everybody else shut up while they talk. Once the chair recognizes the person, they give them the floor. The chair recognizes, "Mr. For what purpose, please?" And that person then states their purpose. So the member then states their purpose for rising, for getting attention, for having everybody else shut up while they talk. People have to, when they make a motion, they have to state their motion. The next step in the process is that somebody else has to second the motion. I mean, there's really no reason to having a discussion if there's only one person that's got any interest in having a discussion. So that's the next step. I second the motion. I agree with them. We should talk about this. Step number 5, the next step is that the chair repeats the motion. Make sure that everybody understands what it is we're talking about, and that the principle, the main motion is generally in the same form that everybody is going to discuss, so the chair can repeat the motion. The person who made the motion said, "Well, no, that's not quite what I meant." They come down with the wording of what it is that they want to make as a motion. That's the chair's responsibility, kind of focus the energy, focus the effort, focus the discussion. After the motion has been made and seconded and repeated by the chair so everybody knows what they're talking about, it's time for debate, it's time for discussion. And it's the responsibility of the chair to make sure that everybody gets their opportunity to enter into discussion, to give their opinion, to ask their questions, to have clarified how the situation is and what they're going to vote on. Once everybody's had an opportunity to discuss the motion, the chair calls for a vote. And remember, ordinarily, majority rules. Now, the chair counts the votes and announces the results. That's the main motion. It's fairly simple. It's not real complicated. Now, the chair counts the votes and announces the results. That's the main motion. It's fairly simple. It's not real complicated.